I have a point. This is my argand plane or the complex plane. I have a point which is the complex number, let's say z1. I have a one more point which is a complex number z2. Let's say I would like to calculate the distance between these 2 points, complex number. How will I calculate that? So the distance between those 2 points will be how much? What I can write? So what is the meaning of this? Let's say I am doing in the A plus IB format. So Z1 is nothing but A plus IB. Z2 is nothing but let's say C plus ID. That means what is the meaning of this? This distance is A. This distance is B. This distance is C from here, and this distance is D. What we would like to calculate? We would like to calculate what is this distance. So what I do, I make a triangle. I make a triangle. How much will be this distance? It will be D minus B. Isn't it? And this will be what? This will be C minus A. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Now I would like to calculate, this is a right angle triangle. I can apply Pythagoras. If I apply Pythagoras, let's say this distance is P. Okay, this distance is P. So how much will be P? P will be nothing but a square root of C minus A whole square plus D minus B whole square. This is the distance between the point Z1 and Z2. Isn't it? Now I would like to write this in the complex number format. Let's see how. What I am doing, I am writing Z2 minus Z1. Subtract both of them. What I will get? C minus A plus I B minus D. Sorry, D minus B. Now calculate the modulus of this. Z2 minus Z1, modulus of this will be what? Always square root this C minus A whole square plus square root of this D minus B whole square. If you compare this and this, what you get? They are right hand side exactly same. That means the distance between the 2 points, I can always calculate Z2 minus Z1 modulus. This is the distance between the two complex numbers. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
So now we can utilize this concept to find out one more thing. Let's say I have a circle. This is my circle. I would like to calculate, and this is my argand plane. I would like to calculate the equation of this circle in the form of complex number. Let's say this circle has the radius r. This is the r. What I do, I take a point here. Let's say this point is z0, which is a center. And this point, any point on the circumference, I take a z. Distance between the 2 points, just now we have calculated. So based on the same concept, the equation of this circle, what I can write? Z minus Z0 modulus will be equal to R. This is my equation of circle in complex format. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Another thing is, let's say sometimes they can give you inequalities also in this. What is the meaning of that? Let's say they give you modulus Z minus Z0 is less than R. What is the meaning of this? That means they are talking about all the points which are inside the circle, not on the boundary. That means all these inside material except the boundary. If they give z minus z naught less than equal to r, that means boundary is also included. Okay, same thing, they can give you z minus z naught greater than r, that
Sir,
means outside the boundary. Boundary is not included.
so
Yes,
so in z minus z naught, it's basically the area of the circle.
it is not an area, it is a distance. Are you calculating from here area? Is this a area?
No.
What is the z naught, z2 minus z1? It is a distance, it's a line. That line is inside this circle. Z minus z naught is, we are talking about this line.
So the z minus z naught less than or equal to r.
The meaning of that is that we are talking about, this is the equation of a line, or this is a equation of a point from the center which is at a distance lesser than the boundary.
So every point from there to the boundary and boundary is not included. Okay.
Correct. Every point. It is the distance of every single point. Okay? Remember, it's a distance, it's not an area. Here, are you getting?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, similarly, I can write is a greater than r, that means it's a outside anything, okay, outside any point. Similarly, z minus z naught greater than equals to r, that means it is an outside point, okay, which may be including the boundary. So these are the equation of circle in the complex format. Sometimes the question comes, so we should be aware of this. Okay. Now we are ready to understand one theorem, which is a very important theorem in this. Okay, and this generally comes in the competition. We call De Moivre theorem. De Moivre's theorem. Okay, let's discuss what is the meaning of this theorem and how to prove this theorem also. Both things we will do. Okay. First thing, what this theorem says. This theorem says that if you have let's say any kind of cos theta plus I sin theta and whole power n, the value of this will come out to be cos n theta plus I sin n theta. This is the theorem of De Moivre theorem. Okay, question is how to prove this. Okay, so let's understand the proof. It's a one line proof, that's it, nothing much bigger. What we have learnt initially, every complex number in the polar format, how we can write? We can write r cos theta plus I sin theta. This is in bracket. That's how we can write. And Euler has given us, we can also write this in the format of I theta. Isn't it? So what I can take a LHS. LHS, what I can write, this entire masala, what I can write, e to the power I theta and whole power n. What I can write this as e to the power I into n theta. Then again I can apply this, what I will get, cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Proved, I got a RHS. Simple.
Oh,
I apply this two times. This I can write like this. Okay. Then this also I can write like this na, at any point of time. So first I wrote this one in this format. I did the exponent operations. And then again I wrote this in this format. Finally I proved it. Okay. Now the question is why it is so much important for us to learn. Okay. Because from this we can solve many difficult problems. Let's see how. Let's say they have given you solve cos pi by 4 plus I sine pi by 4 and whole power 8. Okay. Let's say they gave you. Now if you solve by a normal way, correct, at least you will take a 4 or 5 minutes of your time to solve this, because what you will do, cos pi by 4 you will
yeah.
write, okay, 1 by root 2, it's a cos 45 no. So 1 by root 2 plus I sine 1 by root 2, and then you will write a whole power square and whole power 4, correct. So what you will do, basically 1 upon root 2 plus I 1 upon root 2 whole power 8. And this one we need to solve, isn't it? Let's apply
Yes,
this
sir.
theorem. If I apply this theorem, what I can write? Cos
Cos
8,
2 pi plus I sine.
cos 8 pi by 4 plus I sine 8 pi by 4. This becomes a 2 pi, this becomes a 2 pi. Cos 2 pi is how much? 1. Sine 2 pi is how much? 0. What is the answer? 1. Solved.
0. 0. 1, 1, 1. Yes.
Okay. Now,
This is so
utilize,
easy.
utilizing this concept, let's solve a problem which came in the JEE mains last year. Okay. So,
Sir, can you just move to the last slide just
yeah, yeah,
once?
yeah.
Yes, sir, done.
So let's solve a one problem which came last year in the JEE mains. Let's say z equal root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 whole power 5 plus square root 3 by 2 minus I by 2 whole power 5. And there are four options they have given. First option is imaginary of z is 0. Is this correct? B option, real of z is greater than 0 and imaginary of z is greater than 0. Is this correct? Option C is real of z is less than 0 and imaginary of z is greater than 0 only. And B part is real of z is minus 3. Okay. The moment you saw this question, okay, eyes is switched off. How we will solve?
Sir, I'm
First,
pausing 2 seconds.
correct? We need to solve in a less than 30 seconds. Okay. Question is how to solve. First thing is this is given in which format? It is given in the Argand format, normal format, standard format, A plus IB format. Whenever you
Sir,
get in the power, more powers, convert into polar format all the time. Okay. So convert this into polar format. What I can write this as cos theta plus I sine theta. What is the theta here? For which value of theta? Value is root
30
3 by
degrees.
2.
30.
30. So cos pi by 6 plus I sine pi by 6. We can write whole power 5 plus. This is what again I can write same thing. Cos pi by 6 plus I sine pi by 6.
Sir, is the answer A?
Yes, that's correct. Answer should be A. So that means power is 5. Now what you can do from here is, again I can put it here. Okay, so what I will get, this will be minus, sorry. So what I will get, cos 2 cos 5 pi by 6, isn't it? Because these two will cancel. So 2 cos 5 pi by 6. What is the meaning of that? How much is cos 5 pi by 6 will be? I can write this is 2 cos pi minus pi by 6. Okay. Cos pi minus pi by 6. So finally, cos 180 minus theta will be how much?
Minus cos.
Minus cos theta.
Hmm.
So I get a minus cos pi by 6, and cos pi by 6 is how much?
So 30. So root 3 by 2.
So 2
Pi by 6
root,
is
correct?
3 by 2. So it will become minus
Minus
3 minus root 3.
So that means the answer of this is we are getting only the real part, okay? And what we are getting imaginary part is 0i. Now check which option is correct. Real part of z is minus 3, wrong. Real part of z is less than 0, that's correct. Imaginary greater than 0, wrong. Imaginary
Wrong.
greater than 0, wrong. Imaginary equal 0,
Wrong.
correct.
So this is so this is like so easy. How can it be from J?
Yeah, sir. That's what.
Pardon?
It's so easy. It's not possible.
This question came actually. What is not possible? Just now we learned the method, that's why it looks, okay?
No, no, sir. He's saying that it's very easy. How can it come for J?
Oh, why not? Okay. So let's say, let's try another problem. Okay. So they have given z is a complex number. Z is a complex number. Okay. Of unit modulus. Of unit modulus and argument theta. Okay, then you need to find out what will be the argument of 1 plus z divided by 1 minus z. Find out. So let's start. What they have given us, they have given us the z is a complex number. Its a modulus is 1. That means the modulus of z is 1. They have given us. So modulus of z is 1. And argument of z they have given us theta. That means if I would like to write this complex number, how can I write? The polar format. Cos theta plus I sin theta. This is my polar format. R value is 1 basically. So I will write R is 1. This entire thing what I can write? E to the power I theta. So my Z is nothing but E to the power I theta. Now let's find out this. Argument of 1 plus e to the power I theta divided by 1 minus e to the power minus I theta. Sorry, plus I theta. Question is how to solve this. You need to find out this. What should you do? Okay. So if you remember, we have also learned. No, this is. I think this one I typed wrongly. 1 plus z bar is there. Sorry. So that means I will get 1 plus, here z bar will be how much? e to the power minus I theta. So e to the power minus I theta will come. So I will solve this is 1 plus e to the power I theta divided by 1 plus 1 upon e to the power I theta. So finally what I can write, argument 1 plus e to the power I theta divided by 1 plus e to the power I theta divided by e to the power theta. So argument e to the power theta basically. This will cancel.
So e to the power I theta, no?
I theta, correct. E to the power I theta. Now e to the power I theta is basically what? Cos theta plus I sin theta. What will be the argument in this case? Theta. That's my answer.
Oh. So, but they're saying Z bar is 1 and all that simply.
What? Not simply, na? We got that by calculations. There's a different
So,
thing
but
that you,
why did they have to give that information that Z bar is equal to 1?
because then only you can write here, na? Z is equal to, then only you can put it here. If they don't give, then the R will also come here, na? Then you can't solve.
So, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So this is basically the another part. Now we will discuss one more important thing. Okay, that is called cube root of unity. But before that, can we just rejoin, so that because we
Yes.
only have the roots of unity number. Roots of unity. Okay. Unity number, unit number, or we also call unity. Okay. What is the meaning of that is? The meaning of that is, let's say, if I have a complex number z, okay, if I have the complex number z and this is nothing but equal to 1, okay, if I would like to, so this is we call the one root, one root. That means if I have a one root, that means I will get z equal 1 to the power 1, which will be 1 only. That means it will be a plus ib, which is nothing but 1 plus 0 I, which is nothing but a equal 1, b equal 0. So, correct? If let's say I have, okay, if I have square root, what is the meaning of that is? That means if I have z square equal 1, okay, here the z to the power 1 was 1. Here z square is 1, which we call the square root. That means what we are trying to do, we are trying to calculate z to the power 1 to the power 1 by 2. Na? That means square root. Question is how to solve this. In order to solve this, what we will do, we can write this is a z square minus 1 equals 0, z plus 1 and z minus 1. So z will be minus 1, one solution, and z will be plus 1, which is a one solution. Okay, this is the square root. The important point is we call which is a cube root. If you see the answer here, all the answer z equal 1, this is a real number. Minus 1, real number. Plus 1, real number. Still here no issues. When we come to the cube root, then something special happens. Cube roots. Okay. So cube roots of unity, it is a little special, and why it is special, we will discuss that. What happens in this case? Let's say ZQ equal 1. So what is going to happen is I will get ZQ minus 1 this side equal 0. This I can write AQ minus BQ. Who remember the formula? AQ minus BQ formula. I am asking. It is not A minus B whole cube. It is a AQ minus BQ. So A minus 1
A plus B into
A square plus AB plus B square equal 0. So that means one of the root of this is 1. Another root we need to figure that out from here. Now in this we cannot use the splitting the middle term because we are not able to find the numbers. That means we will utilize the quadratic formula. If I apply the quadratic formula from here, what is the quadratic formula is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. Then I write x equal minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. Isn't it? This is what we write. Same thing we will apply here. We will get z equal minus b, which is minus 1, plus minus square root b square
Okay, sir. Understood.
minus 4. A is how much? 1. C is how much? 1 over 2 into 1. Now if I solve, I get minus 1 plus minus square root of minus 3 over 2. Oh my god, I got a square root of minus 3, which I don't know. That means I need to apply the complex number now. What I can do from here, minus 1 plus minus I root 3 divided by 2. Right? So that means I got a 3 cube root. That means I should get the 3 answers. So finally what I got a 3 answers. What is the meaning of that? ZQ equal 1 I get. I got a 3 answer. Z equal either 1 or minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 or minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Getting? Now they are so much.
Yes.
Okay, you got this? These are the 3 roots. Whenever the cube roots we
Yes, sir. Okay.
identify, we get a complex number. Now this one we call this is as omega, and we call this is as omega square, and this is already 1 is there. What are the 3 roots of the unity? 1, omega and omega square. These are the 3 roots. This is the name of this just. Okay. Why we call them? We are going to learn that. Is this clear first? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now what I am doing, I am multiplying omega into omega square. I am multiplying. That means these two I multiply. Let's say multiply. It is a plus b, a minus b. What is the formula will be? A square minus b square. So a square means minus 1 whole square minus b square. That means I root 3 whole square divided by 2 into 2, which is 4. Minus 1 whole square will come a 1. Minus is already there. I square into 3 divided by 4. So what I got from here? 1 plus 3 divided by 4, and then 4 divided by 4, I got a 1. So I got an important conclusion from here is omega square and omega will be what? Omega cube. So I got omega cube equal 1. It's a very, very important point. Is that clear? Next point. What I am doing? I am doing 1 plus omega square. I added all three roots. Let's see what I get. 1 plus 1 plus minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. I separate it. Minus plus minus 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. So what we see from here is that this is plus I root 3 by 2 and minus I root 3 by 2 cancel. Minus half became minus 1, which is cancelled by this. So finally what I got, I am going to get a 0. This is again another important conclusion. 1 plus omega square equals 0. Another important conclusion. If you add all three cube roots, okay, if you add all three cube roots of this, you will end up having a 0 answer. Getting? Okay. Now let's see a little bit more interesting part. What is that? Third point. Let's say if I am writing omega will remain omega only. Omega square will remain omega square. If I write omega cube, I will get a 1. If I write omega to the power 4, what I will get? I can write this as omega into omega cube, and which is omega cube is 1, so I got again omega. Again I am writing omega to the power 5, this I can write omega square. Omega to the power 6, I can write 1. Like we learned the power of I, na? This is the power of omega. Now, from this, what is the conclusion we can make? If I have omega to the power 3 times of any number, 3 times, I will always end up having the 1. Okay? Here n is belongs to any integer, does not matter. Getting? Now, omega to the power 3n plus 1 will always give me omega. If I add omega to the power 3n plus 2, I will get a omega square. Is this concept clear? I'm asking. Mohit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now another point is, let's say this is
Yes,
my
sir.
No, I'm still not getting.
what? Okay, what you are not getting?
So this omega 3n, 3n plus 1, 3n की part.
Now if you see omega to the power 3, omega to the power 6 is always 1. Any number, because this one what I can write? This I can write omega to the power 3 and whole power n. Omega q is what? 1. So 1 to the power n, which is always 1. This one if I would like to solve, what I can write? Omega to the power 3n into omega. This will become 1. So this is omega only. This one I can write omega to the power 3n into omega square, which remains omega square only. Now Another point is here, let's say this is the equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3. If I add all three equations, that means omega to the power 3n plus omega to the power 3n plus 1 plus omega to the power 3n plus 2. What will be the answer? What will be this equal to? I'm asking.
So omega plus omega square.
You will get a
plus
0
omega.
So minus 1. Minus 1.
because 1 plus omega square is 0. So your answer you will get a 0.
So we'll get a quotient.
Because on the right hand side we will get 1 plus omega square, and that value is 0. So answer will be 0. This is a very, very important conclusion. Here,
Yes, sir.
now let's try. Based on this, we will solve one or two problem that will give little clarity to us. Let's say there is a 1 x square plus x plus 1 equals 0. This is a quadratic equation. Okay, and this has the root as z. Its roots are z. Okay, then we need to find out what will be the value of 3 plus 6i z to the power 81 minus 3i z to the power 93. You need to find what are the z's. What is this z is? These are the roots of this. So first we need to figure out what is the root of this. If you remember in the previous slide, what we were discussing, what was the final? Z square plus z plus 1. Okay. That means the root of this will be what? Root of this will be 1 omega and omega square.
Omega square 1.
Okay. These will be the three roots. Now, just apply here. So what they are saying, z, so this is my one of the z will be. And what else we know that? We know that omega into omega square. So omega q is 1. Okay. Omega q is 1. Na? Omega q is 1. So what I can write? I can put the value here. So what I can write here? 3 plus 6i and this one. What I can write from here? I can write omega cube basically. Instead of this, I can write omega cube. Okay. I can write
So why will
basically.
you write omega cube? You
You
should
can
write
write.
1 omega.
Yeah, you can write any
Omega.
one of the root. So let's say if I am writing the omega only, I can write omega. Omega to the power 81 minus 3i to the power omega 93. Correct? Now this I can write 3 plus 6i. I can write this is as omega 3 and then 27 minus 3i omega 3 and to the power 31. Omega q is 1. So what I will get from here, 3 plus 6i minus 3i. Right? So 3 plus 3i. That's my answer. Now the beauty of this is, instead of omega, let's say if I put an omega square also, still I will get exactly same answer. I put any of these roots. If I put, let's say 6i, instead of omega I put a omega square, then also I can write this as omega cube and then 27 into 2 I can write omega to the power, so z to the power 81 I can also write z to the power 3 and then 27. Now instead of z, I can put either the 1, I can put either the omega, I can put either the omega square. I will always end up having the 1 as an answer. Why? Let's say I put a z equal 1. 1 to the power cube whole power 27 equal 1. Z equal omega. If I put here omega to the power 3, 27 again 1. If I put omega square, then what I can write? Omega square whole power 3 whole power 27. I can always change the power. What I can write? Omega 3 whole square whole 27. This became 1. 1 to the power 1 square 1 to the power, so finally 1. That means any of the root I keep, always I will end up having this answer. Here, are you getting?
Clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What will be the argument of this complex number? Can you calculate the argument of this complex number? Let's say this complex number is Z1. What will be the argument of this? Oh my god, you are taking so much time. For this, we shouldn't use the
Sir,
pen
I was
also.
doing the previous question.
You shouldn't use the
Argument is
pen.
b by, so 3 by 3, 1.
Argument
Tan
Z1
45
is
degrees.
you need to calculate the theta. So theta will be how much? Pi by 4.
Yeah, 45 degrees.
Eh? Mohit, I think you were having certain confusion.
Yes, sir, that's all.
Whenever the angle is
So
measured,
tan theta is equal to pi by 4.
hold on. Always the angle is measured from anti-clockwise. We take this as a positive. If I measure along this is taken as negative. In this case, both are on the first this. So I will get, this will be my theta. Theta will be what? Tan inverse 3 by 3. B upon A. Na? So tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 value will be what? Pi by 4. Always you need to tell the answer in terms of a radian, not in theta. You shouldn't say 30 degrees, 60 degree. That means you are doing wrong. You have not understood the concept of angle measurement. Always angle we need to tell in terms of a radian, not in terms of theta. Okay, not in terms of a degree basically. Now let's try a little bit more interesting problem.
Okay.
Let's say they have given to you one complex number is root 3 by 2 plus I by 2. Okay, then find out the value of 1 plus iz plus z to the power 5 plus iz to the power 8 and whole power 9. Find out the value of this. So if you remember, we need to identify always always we should remember.
First part, 5 by 6, right?
Yes. So what is the meaning of this is always we should remember cube root of 1. always. What are the three cube roots? 1. Another one was minus 1 plus minus I root 3 by 2. Correct? This is what is. Now, if you see here what is happening. In this case, the I was with the root 3, but here the I is not with the root 3. Then there is a problem. What should we do? Correct? Somehow can I get the I here? Answer is yes, I can get that. How? What I can do, I can multiply this both side by I. Iz equal, if I multiply, how much I will get? I root 3 by 2 plus I square by 2, which will become minus 1. So finally what I can write, minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. Oh my god, we got it. Correct? So this is what is. This is our omega. Okay? Because,
So, but it's IZ, no?
yeah, Iz equal to omega, na? We got that?
Hmm.
Iz, because plus 1, which one we take? Plus sign we always take. If it is a plus sign here, we take that as a omega. Minus sign is there, we take as omega square. We have to be very clear. Don't make mistake in that. Plus sign omega, minus sign omega square. Now, I would like to calculate the z. What I do, I can write that omega upon I, and I can rationalize this. I upon I. So finally what I got? Minus I omega. Correct? So my z is nothing but minus I omega. Now we can nail this very easily. Wherever the z is written, just write minus I omega. So 1 plus I minus I omega plus minus I omega whole power 5 plus I minus I omega whole power 8 and whole power 9. Now what I will do, bracket 1. I into I square, which is minus 1, so it will become plus. So omega plus. Now here what is going to happen, I to the minus 1 to the power 5, which will be minus 1 only. I to the power 5 will be how much? I only. Correct? I to the power 5 is I only. Because I to the power 5 I can write as I to the power 4 into I, and this I to the power 4 is always 1.
Hmm.
Now omega to the power 5, just now we have discussed, it will be omega square. Omega square. Now let's come back here. I is already there. I didn't do anything. Minus 1 to the power 8 will become plus 1. So I wrote a 1. I to the power 8 will become in 1. So I wrote a 1. Now omega to the power 8 will become what? See the multiple of 3. I will get an omega square. And to the power 9. Finally what I got? 1 plus omega minus I omega square and plus I omega square. And whole power 9. Now this and this cha-cha cancelled. Finally what I got? 1 plus omega whole to the power 9. Now we have learnt a one relationship, 1 plus omega square equals 0. So how much will be 1 plus omega will be? Minus omega square. I can plug it here.
1 plus omega is minus omega square.
So I can write minus
Minus omega
omega
square.
square whole power 9. Now that means I will get a minus because minus 1 to the power 9 is minus. And then omega to the power 18. Is this divisible by 3? Answer
No, you
is
mean
yes.
minus omega this.
Minus 1 is the answer. Here,
Minus 1.
interesting
That's
problem.
yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
So before we did the theorem, no?
Yes?
So
Yeah.
so before this we did the theorem, no?
Yes.
Is there any way we could solve this question using that theorem?
The problem is, see, that theorem is only applied when they have given in the polar format. If your question is asked in the polar format, here we don't see that. If you see all
We
those
can convert it, no,
questions,
to polar format.
but why too unnecessary? Do that. If you see in all those questions, see, they have given like this. Power is, they have made some complex number and they have given a very, very big power. That means they are intending us to do convert this into polar format and then apply. Okay. Here what is happening, there are many terms. If we do that, we will not be able to solve this. It will be very long because we cannot apply. That theorem is applicable only for the two terms, cos theta plus I sin theta. Here there are four terms are there inside. Power is 9. So
Okay. So we'll every time get a equation.
always we
Yeah.
need to
So
think, yes, always we need to think whether we need to apply the De Morby theorem, whether we need to apply the omega, whether we need to apply the I. That's what we need to decide based on the situation. It is not just a one method apply for every question. Based on the situation, we need to apply.
That's yeah.
Okay, and
so we should every time convert it into -1 plus I root 3 by 2 type.
yeah, yes. Those always we should remember.
Hmm.
Now let's say
So can we anytime get like 2 omega, 3 omega square?
2 omega square, 3 omega. Yeah, you can get depending upon the equation.
Yeah.
Every time you need to solve the equation all the
Okay.
time. Let's see this question. X square minus x plus 1 equals 0. This is the equation they have given. Okay, and this has the two distinct root because it's a quadratic equation. Let's say alpha and beta. Find out how much will be alpha to the power 101 plus beta to the power 107. Find out the value of this. Simple. So again, this equation is not exactly same what we have figured that out earlier. It's a different. Because that equation was x square plus x plus 1 equals 0. Here it is a minus 1. So that means what I will do, I will apply the formula minus b. Minus b will be what? Plus 1 plus minus square root b square minus 4 into 1 divided by 2. So finally what I got? X equal 1 plus minus I root 3 divided by 2. This is what I got. That means I got x equal from here 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Another I got 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. Isn't it?
Yes.
In this case, what we were getting? We were getting minus 1 upon 2 plus I root 3 by 2. We were getting minus 1 by 2 plus minus I root 3 by 2. This we used to call omega. This we used to call omega square. Correct? Cutting? Now,
Yes. Okay.
now we need to think that what can I do? Is there any way I can convert this in the form of this? Because then my life will be little easier, isn't it?
So
That's what
can you multiply by minus?
multiply by minus. Okay.
Yeah, like minus omega is
Yes, 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 yeah. So in this, if I multiply by minus, let's say, if I multiply here by minus, inside will be what? Minus 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. I write like this. Minus is outside. I wrote a minus minus. Minus will, I can take common, it will become plus. Why I am doing this? Because this became what? Omega square. So I can write minus omega square. Are you getting?
yes.
Now in this
Yes.
case,
I'm
same thing
getting.
I can write. I can write a minus outside. Then this will become minus half plus I root 3 by 2. And this will be minus omega. See, finally, this is our answer. This is our known result. If this is unknown, can I convert this in some this format? That's what we need to think, because we don't want to reinvent the wheel again and again. That means it has the two roots. Okay, we got a two different roots. Let's say this is my alpha, this is my beta. Okay, now just plug the values. So if I plug the values here, alpha to the power 101, that means minus omega to the power 101 plus minus omega square to the power 107. What I can write here is minus, so minus will come outside. Omega to the power 101. And this I will multiply, so I will get a minus, no, this, yeah, this is a negative, na? So minus omega to the power 214. That means from here what I can write minus common omega to the power 101 plus omega to the power 214. Now check whether this is divisible by 3 and what is the remainder. It will go by 99 times. I will get omega square here. Divide this by 3. So I will get only omega. But I know 1 plus omega square equal 0. So instead of omega square plus omega, what I can write? Minus 1. So what is the final answer I got? Plus 1. Getting?
Well,
So
Yes, yes.
so
Yeah, yeah, Taha, go ahead.
instead of taking minus omega as alpha and minus omega square as beta, what if we take alpha as minus omega square and beta as minus alpha omega? Will we get the same answer?
Yeah, you can take that. No problem. Doesn't matter. You can take any root as alpha, any root as beta, because they haven't specified us. You should always get exactly same. But are you not getting?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
So let's say if I take this as alpha, this as beta, doesn't matter. So what I will write, minus omega square to the power 101, then plus minus omega to the power 107. So this one again minus will be outside in both. I will get omega to the power 202 plus omega to the power 107. So minus this, if I divide by 3, uh, 3, 18, 18, so I will get an omega here plus this one 3, then 17, 3, 15, yeah, so I will get an omega square here. Again exactly same, minus 1, you got a plus 1.
Omega square.
Right? So you are getting exactly the same answer, no change. Clear?
Yes.
Fine. So this is basically the another part of this complex number we have finished. Okay. Now there are two more concepts which are remaining. That means solving the quadratic equations. Okay. How to solve the quadratic equation where the complex numbers are involved. That means where the d is less than 0. Okay. So that we will discuss in the upcoming classes. Fine. So we can pause here. So
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good night, sir.
so tomorrow we will have a class at 5 p.m. half an hour earlier. Okay. And any sort of a doubt, please, whichever you have, send me upfront so that I can put them in the slide. Otherwise, we will end up having a discussion what you told, what
Okay,
I
sir. Okay.
listen.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so it will be a little headache.